What is up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's so late. Oh no, where is he? What's he doing? He's screwing around. What an idiot. Yeah, that's. You ever have one of those days where everything's, fuck, nothing's working. You're just slow and kind of like, oh God. Not quite as much zest and zeal in the day getting after it. I don't know what is. I'm gonna have to plug in here really quick. I see that Alex Jones is in a shit ton of trouble, so that has added a little pep to my step. It is the 1st of October. Oh my God, 2021. The show happens each and every weekday in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. The Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
Here we go. Hey, it's Blind Tony. And you know what? If I'm not reading Braille or teaching in the office or walking into the ladies' restroom by accident, I'm usually listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Here's your host, Eric Zane.
Thank you. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. That is Blind Tony with his musical masterpiece work there. Welcome. A daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Taking a look at the scenery. I see the tank is enjoying the show this morning. That would be Frank Fuss. Frank, so this is a little like a conversation between you and me for the world to hear. My brother-in-law, who is a Medicare recipient, it dawned on me. I was like, Frank always tells me to talk about with these people that, October is the time that you start thinking about Medicare. Now, he has been on it for a few years because of a disability. A booklet shows up in the mail yesterday or the day before. Big, thick book. Medicare 2022, all you need to know. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I said, I should bang on Frank's door and have him do a little touch-up on this deal because that's what he's known for. So I go, this is perfect. And then Diana, my brother-in-law's sister, of course, she takes that book and throws it in the garbage. I'm like, I don't think you want to do that. Why? It's junk mail. I go, I don't think it is. I think there's something to that. I think that every year all I know is what the tank tells me. So Frank, I'll be in touch with you about my sweet brother-in-law who is engaged in the Medicare system. Dirk, smartass number one, writes, Medicare, aren't you getting AARP pamphlets? And he's referring to me. Yeah, eat shit, first of all. Second of all, no, I'm not that old. Is that how this is going to be today? My God. I see the Man Brain podcast is enjoying the show. And I think those degenerates from that show, I get it mixed up. You got the Man Brain podcast, those pieces of shit. And then Boomer Bob, he's another sea sucker. And I think they started a bunch of trouble yesterday on the podcast for the audience. I think they showed up in here in the chat and started to lay waste and say all sorts of things that were making some of my more sensitive listeners, hurt by that. And I am here to say, Boomer Bob and the Man Brain Podcast, please continue to do your work. I encourage that here because I'm trying to train the rest of the audience to ignore your ass when you start to be cocks, which I'm sure is a regular occurrence. So there you go. And let this be a little hint or some advice. If someone comes in here and starts to lay waste, which is going to happen from time to time with trolling comments, my advice to you is don't take the bait. Shh. Let it go. They make one comment. If you say nothing, they will not make another one. I can promise you that. So don't get your panties all in a bunch. Don't get sand in your vagina. Just relax. I encourage this behavior. And I'm not going to police that anymore. I've got bigger fish to fry, like this show. So if someone wants to be an asshole, congratulations. You've just won your stripes for being an asshole in the chat on the live stream. Am I going to do anything about it? Fuck no. I don't give a shit. I'm done. If that hits the mark and somebody goes, oh, no, you hurt my feelings. Well, that's your own fucking problem. I don't give a shit. One day closer to the show being on Twitch, I just want to remind you, twitch.com/Eric Zane. We will get to a point where it is not on YouTube Live. It is not on Twitter Live, not on Facebook Live. It will be only on Twitch Live. Some of you are like, yeah, whatever. No. I actually had to pay money for that to get that started. They have to build it. It isn't you don't just sign on and it happens. There's a little bit more to it than that. The show will be getting an upgrade. Twitch.com/Eric Zane. Go there and follow it. Okay, thank you. Speaking of trolling, that resident piece of shit, Mike Ball, is trolling your old pal Eric Zane. Now, Lumpy and I have been going at it for quite some time, ever since we decided to put out the fact that we're going to race against each other, me taking on bitch tits in the October 17th Grand Rapids half marathon. I got out of the game of doing triathlons several years ago. Just not enough time. When you're this great, it takes all your time. Okay? And so, all right, I would still run, but not like I used to. You know, I was one of the supreme athletes in West Michigan. Ball just kind of slogs his way through every race. It's the same story every time. Train. It comes to race day, and he kind of lays an egg. So it comes to this. Now, admittedly, my training isn't where it needs to be, but I don't think it needs to be that much more in order to beat Mike Ball in the October 17th Grand Rapids Half Marathon. Now, the most important thing about this race, I take it back. The most important thing about this race is beating Mike Ball. I would say beating Mike Ball and humiliating him is more important than helping ailing children with the deadly disease, in my opinion. That is the most important thing, is me humiliating Mike. Second is helping sick kids. I can't even get behind that joke. Forget that I said that. All you need to know is this. There's $600 in cash on the line here. This is no bullshit. I picked up another donation yesterday from Adam Knapp. We have about 20 people who have donated. They've made a $25 donation to the AT Children's Project. Just so we're all on the same page here. When you donate $25, you are then allowed to bet either Mike or me in this race. When you make your bet, you're going to say, well, my champion is going to win by this much time, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Whoever is closest, whoever correctly picks the winner, and by the closest amount of time wins $300. Second closest, $200. Third closest, $100. So there you go. Fuck. There's nothing to keep you from betting 3 times. You could win all $600. What's slowing you down? Now, the goal was $1,000 for the AT Children's Project. We're at about 550. We've got 2 weeks to go. These people that have thrown their money, they've got to. I mean, those are pretty good odds. Somebody's going to win the cash. If you want to make another bet, like Aram in beautiful Nashville, he's turned into quite a troll against me. He doesn't believe that I have what it takes. He says, "Oh yeah, you convinced me to vote for you in the initial stages of this, but you're just a piece of shit. I wish I could change my vote." Well, you can, dickhead. Put the money in and do it. Okay. It's for a deadly kid's child disease. They don't call it that. I just sounded like an idiot there. Okay. So in all seriousness, in case you don't know, it is a rare neurological muscular degenerative disorder, ataxia telangiectasia. It's too hard to say, so it's just known as AT. The AT Children's Project has been around for a long time, trying to raise money for treatments and possibly a cure. Nearly every penny that is donated, it goes towards research, paying very big brain doctors to conduct clinical trials and tests and things like that to try to find an answer for this disease. My dear friends, the Veldings, lost 2 children to this disease. That's how I got involved in this years ago. God rest their soul. Kate and Olivia passed at a young age. Kate, most recently, just a handful of months ago. So here we are, still fighting the fight, doing what we can from events like this. All right, enough of the serious stuff. On to the fun. That is this war with Lumpy and me. Ball, just last week, limped his way through the Chattanooga Ironman, whatever the fuck it was, in Tennessee. Sponsored, strangely enough, by Little Debbie. Yeah, eat your snacks, do an Ironman. What? Okay. So he started the race, swam through the Tennessee River. Hopefully he got cholera when he was doing that. Jumped on his bike, did that for like 500 miles, whatever the fuck it is. And then walked the marathon. Finished in like 24 hours or something like that. I busted his balls, of course. He has shot back. He wrote on Facebook, which I do not have the ability to respond to. So Mr. Oompa Loompa is now running his mouth that I walked my Ironman marathon on Sunday. I'll be the first to admit I didn't have the run I wanted. You never have the run you want. So I went back to when Big Mouth was on the radio, working 20 hours a week and training constantly. When he was, quote, in great shape, as he always talks about, back when it was a cottage industry beating me. He was 44 years old at this time. Well, I think the times speak for themselves. So he pulls up my race results, and apparently I finished that race, the Michigan Titanium Ironman distance race, in 12 hours and 51 minutes and 40 seconds, which is a full hour and some change slower than him. Okay, great. Yeah, I know. I was extremely slow walking that marathon. I was having kind of like a sugar issue. And that was the first Ironman and only Ironman I've ever done. You've done this about 1,000 times and have shown no improvement over the years. Somehow, most people get better. All right. Okay, you got me. Congratulations. You pointed out that I was slower than you in an Ironman. You're still slow. Incredibly slow. My God. If you're comparing your time to mine, that's a world you don't want to be in. My God. All right. We shall see. We are 2 weeks away, Mike Ball. Go to atcp.org/Eric Zane. I'm going to type it in there right now. actp.org/Eric Zane. Go there. Make a donation. Place a bet. And put the time in. You can win cash. Patriot Nick says, I just placed a bet. Yeah, get after it. Little Debbie Keto Snacks. I don't know. Aram, who's turned into a absolute belligerent adversary on this, says, maybe I'll see if Mike Ball wants to slow to a jog and split the money. I haven't stopped running, idiot. I'm still training. It's not like I quit and gave up. I just told you I'm a little slow. All right? That happens. Josh writes, who was the hero that said Mike Ball was going to win by an hour and 20 minutes? Yeah, I think that was Dick Face Adam. Let's see. I see Nick Stewart just, yeah, there it is, Nick. I see it. Let me look at Adam. He wrote, yesterday he presented a gift to the AT Children's Project. Thank you for $25. This is a tax-deductible donation, by the way. They will send you that info. You turn it into your tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. At the end of the year, how much time will Mike Ball win by? 69 minutes. Asshole. Nick. Wow. Nick sends $50. Who will cross the finish line first? Eric. Thank you, Nick. By how much time? 45 seconds. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. Comments. Don't lose to a live action fathead, Eric. Oh. You know, if you want, there's nothing to keep you if you do want to donate $50 to putting, making one $25 donation and then placing a bet and then doing another $25 donation. You can do that. Why? There's nothing that says you can't. Adam Knapp, 69 minutes. Dirk says, can we start calling you Turtle? Making Mike the Hare. Oh, Dirk, what a shitty joke. Horrible. All right. Looks like Mike came in ahead of over 1,000 others. Yeah, there was a lot of people in that race. Terry says Eric did not finish, does not finish. Code Brown. All right, fine. Just over 2 weeks away. Should be great. Got a long run coming up this weekend. I have gotten to a point where I figured out that I cannot run 2 days in a row. It's too painful. My knees hurt too bad. Yeah, I'm worn. I'm wore out. There's no question. I still think I can beat him. All right. Dog the Bounty Hunter is on the case. I'm so sick of this guy. I can't get over how strange he looks. He is he's bright red. Dog the Bounty Hunter is it says he's actively looking for Brian Laundrie. I need to pull this up, by the way. Hang on a second. You can see what I'm talking about here. There was a time when, obviously people get older, you can't, can't expect somebody to stay in shape forever. But there was a time when Dog was in really, really good shape. He's older now, though. And so, but he still dresses up like a frickin' just some weirdo carny. Just picture a guy like this, operating the tilt-a-whirl while Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions blares and a bunch of hillbillies get on this broken ride while this guy turns it on and off. Look at this tittage. He's got this weird man tit thing going on right here. So that's strange. And then the hair, and then all the stupid feathers in there, and the fact that his skin is just bright red. What a horrible, horrible looking human being. My God. So he has claimed to be on the hunt for Brian Laundrie. He went to the house with cameras all over the place, banged on the door. The Laundrie family called the cops on him. And then he says, oh, yeah, we're going to find him. This clip right here of Dog the Bounty Hunter tough talking.
Out here at the island, this would be and could be a perfect spot for him to hide. Not too many people out here, but there's a lot of environmental things that we're going to fight. So here we go. The search now is really on. The search has just begun.
Okay, and he's like giddy when he says that. Okay. He, on his, what do you call it? On his Twitter or his Instagram, he was walking around this campground where apparently the family went with Brian Laundrie. And he found a can of Monster energy drink. Like an empty can. You can see it right there. And he's like, clue. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not a clue. Because he found an empty can of Monster. He's like, this could be a huge clue. My God. On Wednesday, let me back up. Yeah, we found a can of Monster Energy Ultra Gold. And because the can showed no sign of rust or faded colors, Dog says this may be a big key piece of evidence. The article goes on to say they found no firm evidence that he was on Edgemont Key in the woods of Shell Island near the Fort DeSoto Park. A source close to Chapman told the New York Post this week that the celebrity manhunter was on Florida's Marco Island and setting up a home base in Florida. It's good, stay there. From which to launch the search for Brian Laundrie. Boy, talk about being a rock star. In the state of Florida, are you kidding me? Fort DeSoto Park, 75 miles from the Laundrie home, where Laundrie and his parents camped out on September 6th, 5 days after he returned alone from the couple's cross-country trip in her van. I'm gonna park on that a little bit. So Brian Laundrie, just think about this: if your son comes home and does not bring the girl, aren't you like, hey, what's going on here? The last thing you would ever want to do, hey, I know it's been 5 days and we haven't heard from her, we haven't seen her, and we have no idea where he is, according to you. Well, let's go camping. Who the fuck does that? In my opinion, the family's in on it. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if he's at their home. Has anybody gotten a search warrant to search the home of Brian Laundrie's parents? The Laundrie family attorney, Steve Bertolino, has confirmed that Laundrie and the parents were at the campground on September 6 and September 7. He disputed Dogg's claims that the Laundries were at the Fort DeSoto Park until September 8th, but that the parents left the campground without him. They're like, oh, they left him there, and now he's just wandering around. On September 17th, Laundrie's parents reported him missing 3 days after he allegedly told them he was going for a hike at the Carlton Reserve in Sarasota and then disappeared. So they were like, oh, yeah, he came back with us and then just decided to go hiking. He hasn't been charged in Petito's death, but is the only person of interest in the case, which was ruled a homicide. He's been named on an arrest warrant issued last week on federal fraud charges for allegedly using someone else's bank card. Can you imagine if Dog rubs all of our noses in shit and actually catches this guy? I kind of want that to happen, just for the spectacle of it all. You know, I love a good story. I don't know. I think this guy eventually, what's going to happen, if he is even alive, I don't know if he's alive, is he'll get comfortable one day and kind of assimilate back into the world, and then somebody will pick him up. Who was it? I think it was Megan from Irvine's sent me a TikTok of some dude who looks exactly like this guy. Exactly like him. It's remarkable. And he's like all worried because he's got to get on an airplane to go to a destination wedding or something like that across the country. And he's like, I'm looking for tips so that if people come up to me and try to stop me because I'm a fugitive, what can I do? It's like, dude, you would not believe how much this guy looks like him. He should put on a baseball cap, glasses, wear a mask, do whatever you have to do. Call Dog's tip line with that suggestion. No. I see that ass fuck Boomer Bob is here, along now with the dickhead from the Man Brain podcast. No doubt going to try to start another fight with some of our more sensitive viewers here on the live stream. Welcome back, Boomer Bob. I get it mixed up. Who's the dick that rage quit? Was that Jumpy John or something like that? I don't know who the fuck you people are. All I know is that you were on that Soft introduced me to you as being somebody rage quit, and there's a Boomer Bob and a Jumpin' Johnny and a Man Brain this and some guy from Australia. What the fuck is going on with this show? And why are you on like 10 shows? Do you not have a job, Jumpin' Johnny or Philly Fanatic, or I don't know who the fuck is what? John is the rage quitter. Man Brain is not. John is Philly Fanatic. I don't know. Oh, okay, there you go. Man Brain is the Australian guy with Parkinson's. I love you. You make me laugh. You're like my favorite. Okay, so he really does have Parkinson's. No shit. He says, I don't have a job. I'm a dying cripple. Oh, my God. Well, fucking A. Jamingo is the rage quitter. Why did you have to reveal that you've got Parkinson's, you fuck? That's ridiculous. You can't drop it on me. Here I am insulting you. And you drop it on me that you've got Parkinson's, you fucking dick? Holy shit. Fuck. Now I'm glad you do, because you fucking dropped it on me right here in front of all these people that you got Parkinson's. You fucking idiot. You can't lead with that shit, man. Yeah, I'm dying. I got Parkinson's. Smell you later. What the fuck is that? Don't tell people that you have Parkinson's. You stupid asshole. Now I feel like a dick. Yeah, Boomer Bob. I remember now. That's the guy with the sweet pipes. Weren't you on this show once? I swear to God, I've talked to you. I don't remember anything. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm in a terrible mood now. Yeah, hey, I love the show. I'm going to die. Fuck me. Of course that happened. All right. Well, welcome, nevertheless. I hope you have a nice day today. I got to flush that here. Hold on. I got to let that kind of filter out. I need a drink. I wish this was vodka. This show is on Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. 99.99% of all podcasts are horrible. Any asshole can do this. Most of them suck. Like I just said. So, if you like this podcast, there's more of it every day. You get it at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Most people who publish on Patreon put up like one episode every 2 months. Like if you're a loser like Carl puts up 2 bits of bonus content every month on Patreon. That's it. Like 3 hours of content a month. I put up 3 hours every 2 days. Even more than that. 15 hours a week on my Patreon. I suggest trying it. If you're out $5 and it stinks, you cancel it, no big deal. But if you like it, you've got another show to listen to. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. It features the Lost Zane recordings, which is my old radio show, which is just insane that it was that long ago. The Insane Asylum, my 2-hour music-driven radio show on Northern Michigan's Q100. The daily bonus Patreon podcast. Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia. And the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast with my old radio partner, Ben. In fact, we're doing that today at 4 p.m., the earliest we've ever started, but that's what the schedule calls for today. So 4 p.m. start today. I will send the invites for you all to check me out on the live stream for you Patreon members. So there you go. That's all you need. If you hate it, cancel it. Okay, but if not, let it roll. Or if you want to sign up for the year, I will give you 10% off. All right. The open and the live stream of this podcast today brought to you by Affordable Limousine. They are hiring. This was the frantic text I got from Justin, the owner and chief executive officer of Affordable Limousine. I really need you Saturday in the middle of the day. I have 12 runs that need drivers. 12. I said, I can help you at night, Saturday. I cannot help you in the day. I've got an obligation. I tell you this because they need drivers. If you have experience and have a CDLB with passenger endorsement and don't have Parkinson's, and don't live in Australia, you can drive for affordable limousine. Go to buscareers.com, take a little time, fill out the form, and off you go. Jason Schaefer just got a job there. Congrats to you. Hope it's going well. I know you just had your first run this week. And you will make a hell of a lot more money than you're making with that same bit of licensing that you have for whatever it is you're doing, because you're making a great wage. And then you're getting a pile of money in tips. And you're working whenever you want. You can work every day if you want, or one day a week if you want. It's up to you. It's that flexible. Wouldn't it be great if the boss says, hey, I need you to work. Can you work? And you go, no. That's how it is. You're a 1099 employee, by the way. That's how it works. There's more nuance, more details to it, but you're going to be driving corporate events at great hours, not at the ass crack of dawn with a bunch of screaming kids in the back of a bus. Great hours, corporate events, sports teams, wedding parties, you name it. Affordable limousine. Buscareers.com. If you are in the West Michigan area, reach out to them. I have a paintball event coming up on Sunday, October 17th. Quick turnaround on this one. I need you to RSVP. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. We're going to start at 4 p.m. on this one. I said 5 earlier, but it's a 4 p.m. start because daylight is dwindling. And I want to be able to get, Rick and I want to be able to get the entire event in the daylight. Playing outdoors, that is the Sunday of the race between Mike Ball and I. So first I kick Mike Ball's ass, and then I shoot Mike Ball's ass. Unless he wimps out for the paintball event. I want to hear from you. I have to hear from you. RSVP, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you're thinking, well, I'll do it later. RSVP now so I can get an idea, because I don't like sweating these. I've got 16 days to sell this damn thing, and I want to know who's there. So Tyler, Kuipers, Dale, all you folks. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Going to cost you $35 for the paint, for the gun, for the mask, for the time. Free pizza from BC Pizza on Lake Michigan Drive in Grand Rapids to start. And then we play paintball for 3 hours. 2.5 after we eat. So there you go. That's coming up October 17th, tcpaintballgr.com. Don't forget about them for your party when you want to. Whatever it may be, tcpaintballgr.com. All right. Whoo-wee. That's my anniversary, Zane. Damn it. The tarantula farmer. Well, what? Okay. What's the deal? You're saying that you got plans that day. All right, I get it. I understand if you can't make it. I mean, the priorities there. You want to keep Mrs. Tarantula happy. I don't want to get in the way of that. Or bring her, or go all out on Saturday. That's what you do. Hey, honey, Sunday is, man, I got to work the next day, and then really lay it on thick on Saturday. All right. Some guy from Africa is in the house. Welcome. You look new. Can you give me a little bit more background on you? I want to find out more about new people that are populating the live stream of this show. I appreciate you being here, by the way. Let's see. Weighing in, I think, about the Brian Laundrie case. Reading between the lines. 1, something was wrong with Brian's phone. 2, he needed her phone in case she drove off without him or as a preventative measure. Those 2 assumptions help me process what happened. As in, I don't really have a phone. I don't have a phone. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Some guy from Africa is from the country of South Africa, currently in Australia. Do you know man brain? What is the guy from the Man Brain podcast name? The guy with the Parkinson's. What is your name? I need to know your first name so I don't have to call you Man Brain. And are you related to some guy from Africa who's in Australia? Are you guys like pals? It's always kind of a, yeah, you all know each other. And then Boomer Bob says you doc. All right. Dave is Man Brain. Tarantula Farmer says, yeah, if we get remarried, would you marry us, Zane, like a do-over? I'm not doing that. No, you're already married. I'm not doing a do-over. Been married 1 year. Congratulations. All right. Want to share a video that was kind of going around, and I never really got to this one, but it's pretty great. Florida dude uses a trash can to capture a gator. This is spectacular. Of all the things to use to capture a gator, just opening up a big plastic trash bin and shoving it towards the thing is pretty spectacular. I mean, he didn't even have anybody behind him hitting the gator to get into the trash bin. So, all right, we're going to check this out together, and you can see for yourself how this unfolded. So the guy approaches the gator, and the lid is open. A key point happens, too, when the lid closes on the gator's head, which kind of, and I don't know how he's not even able to see any of this, too. So check this out with me right now. Slide into it. It's hissing. Look at this guy. All right. Now you need to know. He flipped the blue lid down on its head. It didn't like that. It lifted its head, and then he kind of shoved the bin. This is the kind of thing that's on like wheels for those of you that are just listening to the audio. Now he's got its face and up to its neck in the can. And then the thing steps forward a couple steps, about a 6-foot gator. And then the thing starts flopping around like a fish. By the way, black people have so much more fun than white people. Okay? It went along. I mean, here we are. These black people were like, all right, you know what? We have had so much fun climbing these crates. We need to up the game. Somebody get me a trash can and a gator, and we'll have even more fun. And they always have some of the best reactions, my black friends, when it comes to shit like this. There is nothing better than seeing a joyful black man lose his shit in hilarity. It's fantastic. It's something that the white man cannot do. That's why I love the blacks. Look at this guy. Now, all right. It's in the can, and motherfucker just leans back like a boss, and it's in the can like a fucking Jack in the Box. Yes. Look at. All right. And now it cuts to him wheeling the fucking thing over to a swamp. And then he just opens up the can and tips it over, and out comes the alligator. Yes, it runs away. He runs away. Is there anything better than, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, my God. I love that. All right. And then he grabs his garbage can. And then there you go. That's it. That's it. There he is. Come on, motherfucker. Let's go climb some crates. Oh, man. That was absolutely spectacular. Dirk wrote when he sent that to me. He's like, this is how we do it in Florida. You'd have just pissed your pants. Well, no, I would just wouldn't have gone out there. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that shit in the great state of Michigan here. It's you live in a horrible, horrible part of the country. Terrible. Boomer Bob adds a nice stereotypical racist joke with "Let's go sell some CDs out of our trunk." Whatever works. Some people won't even remove a spider, and this guy out here taking out monsters. Andrea says, I'd be having a new pair of gator skin boots if that fucker was in my yard. Thankfully, I've never had to deal with it when I lived there. Yeah, that's right. You did live in Florida. I see highly blessed. Who are you, highly blessed? Are you a new person? Boomer Bob says, yeah, right. Let's go climb some crates. Wasn't racist at all. No, it was. I didn't say it wasn't. No, it was definitely a racist joke. I do that all the time on here. I'm just saying yours was too. Look, there is nothing wrong with a well-timed racist joke. The key word is joke. Okay? If I say, yeah, let's go climb some crates, yeah, that's a fucking funny joke. And so was yours. I give you credit, but make no mistake, we both made racist jokes. Does that make us racist? Of course not. Of course not. Because I made fun of Parkinson's patient, does that mean I am against people with Parkinson's? Of course no. Of course not. Terry says, tell us more about what you enjoy about the blacks. What do you mean? All right. No, I love everybody, and everybody knows that too. Despite being a royal pain in the ass, Dirk has sent me some solid content, which it goes without saying. This show is quite truly a community effort. Yes, I may be the eye candy, but I'm very, very dependent upon shit that you find is interesting or something I might be able to park on. If you'd copy the link, I know this takes an incredible amount of effort, and forward it to me via email or Facebook Messenger. I don't give a shit. Text it. Carrier pigeon. I don't care. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Otherwise, I'm here like twiddling my thumbs, coming up with what to talk about. And I might be stuck with top 30 restaurant chains that have gone out of business. And I need to pause right here to talk about that. And I think I need a visual support to back me up on that. So stand by. I got to open this up. You're going to laugh. My old pals, Free Beer and Hot Wings, who I have been going very hard on and aggressively attacking them. Rightfully so. The show sucks dick. At the end of the day, it's a shitty show. It's my old show. To be fair, I think it was pretty shitty when I left. I had a little bit to do with the shittiness. However, it's continued to get more shitty. I won't try to hide from this. When I see something on their listing of things they talk about, I all the time listen to those. And I'm not listening because I like it. I'm listening because it sucks tons of dick. The idea has been floated about me doing a review show of their show. And I'm teetering on that. Maybe not. I don't know. There's some headache options that come with that. So we'll see. But I can still talk about them all damn day. And I do. I do talk about them from time to time. This is what happened yesterday on the show. Okay. At 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 30 seconds in, this is the subject matter. 30 defunct restaurant chains from the past. Okay. They also had no Joe on that. Look at. In fact, I didn't even pull it up for you to look at it. There you go. You see it with your own eyes. 25530. 30 defunct restaurant chains from the past. All right. Now, that is exactly as it's written because I listened to it, and there was no Joe yesterday because he's getting a sex change or something, some medical procedure. I have no idea. I am not kidding you. You have the two most boring people on the planet, free beer and hot wings. And it goes number 30. O'Flanagan's. Oh, wow, yeah. Number 29, Burger Chef. So they're listing restaurants you've never heard of, and that's what they spent how much time on? They spent, 255, 17 minutes talking about restaurants that are no longer in business. What? Okay, look. It may be a different show. I get it. However, you still have a filter and the ability to discern what is good and bad. Please, you should really start to do that going forward. This is a show that pays a lot of money for a guy by the name of Tracy Johnson to tell them, he's a consultant, what is good and what is bad. They did 30 restaurants that are out of business. Number 28, Showbiz Pizza. Yay! Leave it to Kenny to actually weigh in with, man, I love that place when I was a kid. Shut up. Dirk says, I'm glad I never hyped them up to my family in Buffalo. Now that they're on in that town, I'd be getting shit from them about that show. Oh, my God. What an absolute abortion. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to get to that. That's what happens when you don't send me anything. I mean, I can do it, but I like more. You send me good shit. Like pain in the ass Dirk took a break from sending me some PubMed articles and sent me the story of this artist by the name of Jens Hanning. Excuse me. A Danish artist, painter, who was commissioned by a musician, was commissioned by a museum in Denmark to make a new work of art for the museum. Now, a part of this is it's hilarious and great, but it's also a reason of why sometimes I can't stand art. This is not something that our pal Richard Francisco would do. Richard Francisco is, well, first of all, he's absolutely spectacular. When he gives me the details of what he sees in his brain and his thought process behind what he's making, and you see something spectacular lay out on the canvas like that, and then he gives me the history behind it and what he was thinking, I'm very interested in that. That's cool. Jens Hanning did this. The museum gave him $85,000. He reached out to them and said, okay, I am sending the canvas to you. And it's big. It looks to be like the size of the largest TV you could ever find. Yeah, it's probably like 8 feet by 5 feet. I'll show it to you, in fact. Here it is. It's a blank canvas. He crated up a blank canvas, sent it along, and said, and they call him out, they go, Jens, what the fuck happened? And he said, yeah, that's it. No, problem. You sent us a blank canvas. He goes, no, that's done. Thanks for the money. $84,000. And he titled it, Take the Money and Run. This asshole decided to just give them a blank canvas and said, yeah, that's it. And they're like, wait a minute. He said, yeah, it's a commentary on poor wages. They said, no, you stole our money. He goes, no, it's not a theft. It's a commentary on poor wages. It is a breach of contract, and breach of contract is part of the work. The work is that I have taken their money. So I don't know if this is necessarily going to work, but the museum has hung it up. They said that they are not satisfied with the explanation, but they are displaying it. You saw that picture I said. You see two people looking at it, which is just insane to me. Whenever I see people looking at art for too long, I'm like, these are rapists. These are sick people. Okay? If you look too long at a work of art, it's just too much. You know, I think any work of art, no offense to Richard Francisco, I should probably get him on the phone. It's probably only worth about a 10-second look. So he's robbed them of their money. Let me see if I can get him on here. This will be the first time I've surprised Richard with a phone call. Hey.
Wild man.
Hey, I was just talking about you.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm live on the podcast. First of all, your work of art is at Public House in Grand Rapids, Michigan, across from the Van Andel Arena, correct?
Social House.
Why did I say Public House? What an asshole. That is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Social House, which is a great venue, terrific food, terrific drink. Go there and see your work of art. That was a piece of art that someone commissioned you to do. Said, I'd like this, this, and this. The guy is an enthusiast of QAnon, and that's true. You did this work of art. I shot a video of you and me discussing that. Okay, but I was also just talking about an artist by the name of Jens Hanning. He's in Denmark, okay? And a museum in Denmark, the Kunsten Museum of Modern Art in Aalborg, Denmark, commissioned him to do a work of art for $84,000. And
I saw that.
Okay, good. And he turns in a blank canvas and says, yeah, this is it. What are your thoughts on his work of art, which he's titling Take the Money and Run?
Well, I mean, first of all, he should probably give a cut to Steve Miller.
Sure. All right. Fair enough.
You know, I mean, come on. And I'm going to put myself out here because I don't remember the exact specifics of art history, but there was a whole movement of art called the Dada movement, and these people would put like urinals in an art museum and go, well, I mean, I found it and I call it art, so that's what it is. And I still kind of go, okay.
Right.
I don't get. I'm not in that camp.
Okay, you're actually into putting in some work, some time, some thought, and
yeah.
Okay, so
especially for $84,000.
Yeah, you went to art school. You spent a lot of time perfecting your craft. You're a professional. This is what you do for a living. It takes time and energy. He has done none of those things and has earned $84,000. If you were in charge of the museum, how quickly would you turn around and sue him?
Well, I don't know what legal standing you have. You probably should have given it due diligence before you wrote the check.
Okay. Yeah.
Does he have a portfolio? Can you see any of his work, or does he have a history of turning in blank canvases?
My
I mean,
God.
you had to have some idea what you were going to get before you wrote.
Right. What do you think about that artist who, his name is Banksy?
Yeah.
Well, isn't he the guy who did the one that was hooked up to the shredder and then it shredded the work of art?
That was awesome.
That's good.
That was awesome. Do you know what he did? I mean, like, he did this piece of work, and then it was in Sotheby's for an auction, and as soon as the gavel fell for it to be sold, it shredded.
Now, a lot of people said that increased the value of the work of art because you're still getting something physical then. It's just shredded.
Yeah, right. I think it shredded half of it.
Okay, there was still something to it.
There's a video called Exit Through the Gift Shop. If you're interested in this kind of thing, because there's another guy, it's not Banksy, but maybe it was, I get my names confused a little bit, but he does all this. He was documenting these street artists who did graffiti and stuff.
Right.
And then ended up becoming an artist, quote unquote, and he would take photos and just like stand 10 of them in a row and run along and slap a paintbrush on each one of them. So now he has touched it.
Okay.
And he was selling them for like $40,000-$50,000 a piece. He created a hype.
My God. Well, that's
so he was like a Donald Trump of the art world.
If they put in the work and people put a value to it, that's one thing. But I mean, can you imagine if you did anything and earned $84,000?
No. I mean, I'd probably take a couple months off.
Right. Okay, I have on the live stream I posted the work of art that is at the social house with you standing next to it. You can even see the big Q. The guy said, "Make sure you put a Q in there because I love QAnon." Isn't that right?
The thing that he loved the most about putting the Q in there is QAnon is supposed to be this secret conspiracy. And
right.
So the fact that I was able to sneak it in there is what he liked about it.
Oh, okay.
Most people don't even spot it.
No, I didn't. What I mean? I didn't. You had to point it out to me. But I'm not familiar. I mean, the only time I see it is when I see it on Dirk's stupid websites he sends me. So if you, with this guy, is he like, does he believe in Pizzagate and shit like that?
No, he doesn't wear a tinfoil hat either. Okay. He's a good guy. He puts a little bit too much, in my opinion, probably a little bit too much stock in, I think a lot of this conspiracy shit is almost a reverse propaganda. We can't get these people converted or thinking crazy, so we'll give these crazy people something crazy, and it's like they're almost being used like a tool.
I hate those people. I want you to know that. All right.
I think it's people being manipulated.
Probably a little bit. I think that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. We don't cross swords on politics. We both love art, and we've had debates, but it's respectful, and he knows what I think, and I've kind of listened to his. We don't start typing all caps and cursing each other.
That's what I do. As soon as it's like you got to go. You got to go for it. There is no such thing as a civil conversation. It's impossible.
No.
I don't have the patience for that shit.
Well, that's
Richard.
why you're not on Facebook anymore.
Oh God, I cannot stand it. Fuck it. All right, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
You're a good man. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, Eric.
There you go, buddy. Go to the Social House across the street from Van Andel Arena in beautiful downtown Grand Rapids. You will see this work of art. The Best Laid Schemes of Mice and Men is what it's called. And then you vote on it. Throw some votes his way. Go have a drink at the Social House. Buy some food. Vote on Richard Francisco's work of art. I think Art Prize is winding down. In case you don't know, where I live in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan, they have this citywide art fair, if you will, where there's installations all over the place. It's really quite exceptional. All right. So this asshole gets $84,000. Took the money as part of an agreement with Denmark, or with the museum, which said it loaned him the cash. Actually, they said he could frame the cash in a reprise of an earlier artwork. The artist had previously used two canvases, one larger than the other, to illustrate the gap in average annual incomes in Denmark and Austria. Okay? So they wanted him to recreate that. Instead of doing that, he just pocketed the cash and then sent. Can you imagine being the curator at that museum who, it comes all crated up. You're like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see this recreation. And then he busts out the pry bar. Like, wait, what the fuck happened? I actually laughed when I saw it, said CEO Lasse Anderson in an email to NPR, adding that the museum first suspected things might not go as planned when Haning told them he had created a new piece of art with the title, Take the Money and Run. They're like, uh-oh, he's up to something. The delivery quickly provoked a flurry of emails and messages at the museum. Anderson says that while Hanning's initial work was converted money into art, the new work reminds us that we work for money. It also adds a new twist to the debate over how an artist's work should be valued. He said, well, this shouldn't be valued at all. This is absolute bullshit. The museum is not yet taking legal action. Haning signed a contract, though, promising to deliver the artwork and to return the $84,000. The artist now faces a deadline to give the museum its money back. He has till January 16th when the work exhibition closes. The museum says it's talking with him about the deadlines. It also acknowledges that Haning did produce a provocative piece of work. Well, no, he didn't produce anything. He just returned an empty canvas. It wasn't what we had agreed on in the contract, but we got new and interesting art. No, you didn't. Haning is a well-known artist in Denmark, where his attention-grabbing projects have included shit we don't care about. And, artists are fucking weird. You're a bunch of weirdos. Richard does not seem to be weird. That's why I talked to him. As long as I don't go to visit him and then, come on in. And he's taking a shit in his hand or something like that and wiping it on the canvas, we're all good. But if it goes down that road, then we just can't have that. All right. Whitney F. Whitney, are you new? Or are you just like someone who shows up once in a while? I am seeing a lot of new people joining us on the show today. Well, I've seen you. I just haven't seen you that much. So welcome. Boomer Bob says, you're a broadcast artist, painting with a mic. Is that what you call it? What the fuck? Whitney apparently is new. She says she loves the channel. Thank you, Whitney. I appreciate that. It's a perfect time to remind you that The show happens live every day at about this time. And then the audio podcast is available for download wherever you download podcasts. Just search Eric Zane Show. You will find it. Please subscribe to that. And then you can listen to it without having to have the visual element to it. It all helps out. And please spread the word to your friends and family members about this stupid show. Most people know this, but in case you're wondering, old school radio guy, unceremoniously broom from job to job because there's just not a place on broadcast terrestrial radio for a person who does not give a shit about anything and says whatever the fuck he wants. So God bless the internet for being creating this platform where stupid old idiots like me can do whatever the fuck they want. And that's how it works. So thank you. I appreciate your support. One more shout out in case you're just joining late. That eventually this audio video live stream will be moving entirely to Twitch. Twitch.com/Eric Zane. I'm in the process of switching it over right now. I've had it with, having to deal with multiple platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, putting the kibosh because I threaten people with strangulation. And so I can't have that anymore. So I'm going to be, before too long, going entirely on Twitch. You can still follow on those other platforms, but if you want it live as it happens, it'll be at twitch.com/Eric Zane. I encourage you, even as we speak, to go there and hit the follow button. You can't miss it. In fact, I like to spell it out for you in the simplest terms that I possibly can. Very easy. Just open up another window, whatever, twitch.com/Eric Zane. There it is. I'm offline right now, but right where it says follow right here, click on that, and off you go. Slowly, I'll be building that channel before we actually go live. And then when we go live, we're like, here we are. Patriot Nick says, I was just about to plug that. It's like you're in my head, Eric. You know what you're developing, Patriot Nick? You're developing the ability to see 2 steps ahead. You're almost like you're becoming a content creator. That's what you do. Good job. Kyle says, I'm searching Twitch, and it does not show your name or show. Well, look, I made it very simple. Just go to twitch.com/Eric Zane, and that's all you need to know. Don't search Twitch. Do exactly what I told you to do, and you'll be all set. The rest, I will give you the details of when they come to me, because I don't even know. I have to have my tutorial about, hey, Eric, this is what you do to get content out there. All right. Hello from Buenos Aires, Argentina, says Marianella. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to you. I think if I wanted to say that correctly, I would say, is there like I'm not good with the accent. So do I say, I don't even want to try it because I'll sound like an asshole. But welcome to you from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Marianella Martinez. Don't forget on Twitch, Eric Zane is all one word. Thank you, Tarantula Farmer. Twitch.com/Eric Zane. Eric Zane, all one word. All right. Boy, covering a lot of ground here. Okay, where was I? I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Asshole artist, he's out. Gator is done. I'm also on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. Please join me there. Hire me for a cameo. And Adam Balboa, otherwise known as Adam James, wants me to do a cameo of a review of the movie Rambo Last Blood. It is Stallone's last Rambo movie. He said, you got to watch the film. I'm a closet Stallone fan. I'm a closet Rambo movie fan, closet Rocky movie fan. So I'm going to watch the film. I'm not into it nearly as much as him. He's crazy. And then he wants me to do a review of it on Cameo. Now, let's be honest here. These are shitty movies, but I don't care. I'm like 10 minutes into it, and I can't. I'm struggling with the plastic surgery on Sylvester Stallone. He has so much work done to his face. He doesn't even look. It looks like a Madame Tussauds Sylvester Stallone. It's really got this stretched, melted look to it. It's horrible. But I have started watching Last Blood. Supposedly one of the worst movies that's ever been made. I'm sure I will love it. And then I'm going to review it on Cameo. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. If you want to hire me on Cameo, it's just $15.99. Hire me to give a roast for one of your loved ones who doesn't even know me. That's fun. $15.99, and I will do it live on this podcast. I'll hold the phone up to my face right here on the podcast and do the Cameo for you. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Dumpster Diver says, if you are in the area of West Michigan, I don't think that this will work in Buenos Aires. But if you are in West Michigan, call on the folks, Kyle and Not Black Emilio from Dumpster Divers, and work with them. Have them deliver a dumpster to your house. 616-375-9962. 616-375-9962. A&E Heating and Cooling. Speaking of our new friend from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Marianela Martinez. I'm talking about Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling. Reach out to Joe if you need work done on your furnace. You got the tune-up here coming up in the fall. Right now, $79. Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8979. For A&E, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I'm having a terrible time. 616-516-8579. It felt weird when I said it. For A&E Heating and Cooling. All right. Kyle says the Rambo films, shitty action movies, but entertaining. I was told this one is one of the biggest, most gory movies that has ever happened. All right. So I'm looking forward to that. School called Williamston High School and Williamston Middle School. I'm not sure where these are, but this is making the rounds. They put out a memo to the high school and middle school families about TikTok challenges. The principals of these schools are trying to get ahead of these challenges and addressing it to the parents about various what are described as devious licks. Now, this is what young people do to have fun. They do stupid shit. The only difference between when I did it to them doing it is they put it out on the internet. So really nothing's changed except for now the world can see your stupidity. And that's terrific. That's what young people are supposed to do. I did this. You did this. Kids will always do this. And old people like me will always look at what young people do and will go, tisk, tisk. This is horrible. This is so awful. We forget we did this too, though. And I want to make sure that you all, as adults, understand that kids are going to do this shit. They're either going to do that or they're going to get somebody pregnant and have a baby, like my son did. Now, I would never say, I wish my kid did these things instead of getting his future wife pregnant. But then I would be saying something terrible about my grandkids. So that puts me in an interesting spot. But my son was not doing devious licks. The only devious licks he was doing, well, I don't even need to say it. It's a horrible thought for a parent. My son is a prolific reproducer, as is his future bride. In case you don't know, my son Jim has finally decided to tie the knot with his beloved Aubrey. They've been together for 10 years. Have I mentioned, I think I did, but I think it's worth mentioning again. When you have a couple of young people who, against all odds, get together when they shouldn't, star-crossed lovers like the fucking Hunger Games. And despite everybody telling them she's bad for you and everybody telling her he's bad for you, he's going nowhere, and their love prevails. And they had a baby. And then moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas were like, oh, no, this is the end of the world. Our child had a baby. Looking back on that now, my grandson is like, I think he's 8 or 9 now. Can't believe I don't know the exact number. Wait, he was born in 13, so May of 13. So that makes him what? He's 8. He'll be 9 in May. At the time when my grandson Grayson was born, I was in my early 40s, and I was like, oh, this is so terrible. What a terrible day. This is so terrible. I wish baby Jesus would have come down from heaven and smacked the shit out of me and said, you fucking idiot. It's not AIDS. It's a baby. Shut the fuck up. They're still together to this day. In fact, we were all butthurt. And we had written Aubrey off, and we don't want anything to do with it. We're gonna be assholes. And then she went and got pregnant again. We had no idea. We found out that our beloved Aubrey was pregnant with my second grandson Rowan when she was 1 week away from having the baby, and they didn't tell anybody. We were the first people to find out. I don't tell that story enough. That's a great story. It's fucking fantastic. All right. I'm glossing over most of it. Grayson's born. A year and a half later, we're still hating on Aubrey. She hated us. We hated her. It was terrible. We fucking, you asshole. Yeah. We laugh about it now because we're all pretty close. But Jim's like, well, fuck you, Dad. I mean, it's the mother of my child. You can't be an asshole to her. So he's caught in the middle. Occasionally, we see him and Grayson, and it's all weird, and we're like being all, stubborn about the whole thing. And then finally, Diana and I wake up one day, and we gotta mend this fence. So we reach out to Jim. We go, look, Jim, we wanna fix this. Let's make this right. Why don't you and Aubrey and Grayson come over? We'll have a pizza party. We'll get to the bottom of this. Okay, Dad, sounds good. That day comes. Just Jim and Grayson show up. I was like, well, where's Aubrey? She didn't want to come. What the fuck? Well, we're off to a bad start. I'm back to being pissed. A couple days passes. Aubrey calls up, and I'm sitting there in the living room, and Dinah's on the phone with Aubrey, and I only hear one half of the conversation. This is what I hear. No, we haven't talked to Jim. We do? We need to talk to Jim. Jim has something to tell us? And she's like, really sheepishly, she wants to say what's up. And then Diana puts 2 and 2 together, and she said, is Jim going to tell us that there's another baby coming? Met with silence. Like, oh, no. Okay. Now, at this point, okay, yeah, well, all right, so there's that. But it's just the hits keep on coming. Not only is she pregnant, but she's, 10 days away from her due date. And we are the first to know. Oh, my God. That's like TLC, man. That's a reality show. Oh, my God. So we're like, oh, no. All right. Well, at this point, nothing surprises us. All right. Well, whatever. We don't give a shit. So she comes walking into the house. She's out to here, man. I was like, oh, my God. How did you hide this? I, I still don't know. So, all right, we have to wrap our mind that in days we're going to be grandparents again. I'm sound asleep several days later, and I hear pounding on the door downstairs. What the fuck is going on? At the same time, the alarm goes off. So as usual, I grab my home defense shotgun, safety off, cocked, down the steps. I'm walking down like this. Who am I going to shoot? I look out the doorway because you come down the steps, you can see out the front door. And I can tell I see brown uniform. It's a cop. And at about the same time that I see him, he sees me because he's shining his flashlight into the house. He sees me. I'm in his flashlight. And so I see him immediately put his hand on his pistol. I'm like, oh, fuck me. And then he goes, Eric. I know the guy. Eric, it's Skolma. Put it down. You're going to be a grandpa. I know, Skolma. I know. No, I know. I mean, like right now. Right now, you're going to be a grandpa. Oh, okay. Hey, come on in. Holy shit. Jim had taken a credit card and opened up the service door. Congratulations. I just told you how to get into my house. Stay the fuck away, Dean. And then that triggered the alarm. And Skolma, Jim was trying to get into the house. He was banging on the door. This is what happened. He was banging on the door. And since no one was answering, he thought we were dead. So he calls the cops. This whole thing is fucking crazy. I think there's a 911 call somewhere. I'm surprised I didn't put Pellerito on the case to get the call. So sure enough, these cops show up, and then they thought it was just they weren't sure what was up, and then they see me with my shotgun, and oh fuck, put your gun down. Oh my god, it was terrible. So then he goes, no, I mean right now. And Jim thought you were dead, so we're here. Everything's okay. So Jim has Grayson in the car. He goes, Dad, you got to watch Grayson. Aubrey's having the baby right now. Oh my god, holy shit. She goes, Dad's Rowan. The rest is history. We still didn't get along we still had a few more rocky spots, but lately it's been just great. Everybody all the dust kind of settled. It just worked out. And they've been together for 10 years. Finally, Jim says, Dad, it's time to get married. We're going to do it justice of the peace. And I go, dude, whatever, man. You're doing it. You're over the hump. You're over the hump. You've made it. You have beaten the odds. Unbelievable. Really, really great. Knapp says, thanks. Now I hear Phil Collins singing Against All Odds. People always think they know the best for others. You're right. That's exactly what. I remember when we found out that Aubrey was pregnant with my first grandson. Everybody was in like this mobilized, take charge mode. And Zaniac / pal Linda can attest to this because she went through this too. When parents find out that their kids are going to have a baby, they're like, oh, well, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to put it up for adoption. You're going to do this. I've decided this. And it's like, you don't have a decision. You don't have, that's a difficult thing to do. Doesn't quite work that way. If any of you ever get into a spot where your school age, your high school age kids are going to have babies, you got to call me because I'm going to help you now. I have a master's degree in how to navigate this as a parent. You know what you do is you plan for entertainment because it's going to be so fucking funny for you when the kid is waking up at 2 a.m. and you're laughing at him saying, you thought it was going to be easy to do this shit, you dumbass. Ha, ha, ha. That's what you do. My kids, Aubrey and Jim, are super mature now. They got a lifetime's worth of education at a young age. Melissa writes, I told my nephew and his girlfriend that we would be there to support them, but we would not do it for them. It's not teen mom in my house. Figure it out. Highly blessed, who I think is new. Did I already talk about you? I think you did say you were new. I always forget. Why do we treat new mothers and fathers like murderers when they bring new life into the world? Because we panic. Because we're still in a mode of we know what's best for our kids. At least that's how it was for me. That's how I behave. But now that I know it's just a baby, probably gonna be fine. And if not, those young people will gain a lot of wisdom at a young age about how the world works. This is an education process. Big Boss, says Eric Zane, is definitely the guy that I would take children advice from. Well, I'm not telling you how to raise the kid. I'm just talking about how to react when you find out that your kid is saying, hey, guess what? I'm going to have a baby and it's going to be awesome. You're going to have so much fun. Shut up, Nate. Who are you calling a boomer? It's a fucking horrible term. In all fairness, didn't your wife tell him he had 2 ball sacks? Yes, my wife used to, up to a very recent time, think that in male genitalia, that there is 2 scrotums, one for each individual testicle, and they swing independently of each other. Yes, she did think that. What the fuck? Unbelievable. All right, where am I? I'm going to go to the email bag in just a second. Paul writes a nice email about your old pal Eric, and you know my ego loves that. And he has hate email for free beer. So I am absolutely going to read that. And that makes me very, very happy because I'm kind of a Neanderthal who likes that type of shit. Stand by. And Alex Jones is in the news. Okay. I really want to help your business. If you have a small business, and you want to get a mentioned on this podcast, I've got room behind me. I can talk about your business. All you have to do is shoot me an email, and I will tell you how it works. Eric@ericzaneshow.com, and then let me handle the rest. This doesn't cost you anything. I will spell it all out for you, how it has worked for so many other people that have purchased a marketing plan, part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. That's why I am surrounded by this ridiculous amount of signs. And I can fit more. Under the gift of life, I can fit one there. I can fit one above the Kent County Health Department vaccination sign. Below Irvine's Auto Repair, I can get one. Yeah. Boomer Bob says my logo would look great on the center of that door. It's going to cost you. By the way, I get a lot of people say, hey, man, I don't listen because you got a sign that says vaccinate. Look, you need to understand that sign went up before COVID. That is a sign that the Kent County Health Department gave me about getting your kids inoculated for measles, mumps, rubella, pertussis, whooping cough, meningitis, cervical cancer. And then COVID happened. So people see the sign vaccinate right there, and they think that I am going hard on anti-vaxxers. It just so happens I am. So, yes, in that weird way, it does kind of fit. I do want you to get all of those other vaccinations as well as I want you to get vaccinated for COVID, which some of you are too stupid to do that. And I love you, though, but I fucking hate you for not getting vaccinated. Because I don't want you to win a Herman Cain Award. But make no mistake, if I hear that you croak, I'm going to your Facebook page, screenshot, blacking out the name, blacking out the face, posty to Herman Cain Award on Reddit. Then I'm going to go to your funeral and throw a Molotov cocktail in your casket, close the lid, fuck you, see you later. That's what's going to happen. Nate says, I am pumped for the CDC and FDA to recommend and approve the COVID vaccine for kids. Yes, I am too. With a little luck, they will say your kid cannot go to school unless they're vaccinated. That's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed for a lot of reasons. A, your kid will live longer, and more people will live longer. Secondly, but more importantly, we're going to see some of the best rage outs at school board meetings. And that is one of my favorite things. Patriots raging out. Yes, I love it so much. I need to see this in person. I'm going to bring popcorn to one of these fucking things. And just, ooh. Nigel says, fuck you, Eric. Saying, why would you say such a terrible thing? I would not say anything bad about you. Come on, Nigel. What the fuck? Don't let it wreck your day. Nigel, nothing is preventing you from doing a podcast and telling the world how you feel. Okay? You need to understand that half of this show is trolling. I see we are finally getting an appearance by, look at this, Sam right there. Sam the Jew, he thinks I'm insane. But he's here every single day supporting the show. John Jamingo is in the house, and we're all fucking worse off because of it. This is the piece of shit who rage quit on the fucking, I don't know what the fuck show it was. The one with that Soft was on. I'm kind of all piecing this together in my head. Shows up late to the show. You missed it, John, because Dave in Australia revealed to me that he's got Parkinson's and is going to die. What the fuck was that? Ugh. God. Rubberneckers, that's it. That's it. This is the last episode of Rubberneckers. Fuck you. Don't it. Fuck you. Somebody send me that audio. I need that audio right now. Soft, where is it? Soft Weekly. Fuck, I don't have it. I'll get it, though. One of these days, I'm going to get that. Just because these fucking idiots are actually here. The ones involved in that tirade are actually in the room. I have to do this. Fuck. Don't it. Yeah, fuck you. All right. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, 616-532-6600 if you are in the West Michigan area. Call upon Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. People travel from miles away to get their cars repaired. That's all I'm asking you to do. You have a trusted source to get your vehicles repaired. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Don't take my word for it. Go to their website, ervines.com, irvines.com, and see for yourself today. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Getting a mortgage, helping you with getting a mortgage, no matter where you are in the U.S., 4 exceptions, South Carolina, Maine, Hawaii, and Alaska. 231-332-6505. Quit paying rent. I don't care how shitty your credit score is. Would you please just talk to him and see if he can help you? Truth be told, not all of you can get a loan. Some of you, your credit's in the dumpster and it has to be fixed, okay? That doesn't mean that in the future you can't. You just got to turn the shit around, okay? So for those of you that have a great credit score, no problem. Shitty credit score, he can get you a loan, not the best loan. but you pay on time, you get a better credit score, then you get a better loan. Credit score is so bad you can't get a loan. That's okay. Mario can help you with the advice you need to improve that. Did you see that spitball that just flew out of my mouth? My God. Wow. Call them, 231-332-6505. All right. And then I want to mention Blue Frost IT. Blue Frost IT, of course, the managed IT service provider for this show. If you have a small or medium-sized business, or maybe you need your laptop or your desktop repaired at home, or perhaps you're a business that needs some project work, upgrading your equipment, moving the office, they do all of that at Blue Frost IT. 616-200-8550 or online, bluefrostit.com. Info at bluefrostit.com when you want to send them an email. All right. God, a lot of people named Martinez listening to the show. I've got the lady in Buenos Aires. I've got James Martinez. And, of course, Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling. Big Boss writes this. Eric, what's your opinion on the Drew and Mike show and the objective truth that they're better than you? Well, my opinion on the Drew and Mike show is that is a fucking juggernaut. Are you kidding me? The Drew and Mike show, if it weren't for the Drew and Mike show, I would not have had the success I had on the radio on the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. And that is a fact. Because your old pal Eric Zane was kind of trying to figure out radio on his own. And then one day, while driving down Woodward Avenue in Royal Oak, I heard the Drew and Mike show. And I went, wow, that's what I need to do. So then you got to be careful. You don't want to try to copy the show. But I try to boy, the vibe of that show is spectacular. I tried to emulate it in a lot of the things that I did. And it ended up paying off because trying to capture that along with the nuances of my own personality, along with the nuances of Greg and Chris, built the Free Beer and Hot Wings show and made it quite a popular show. You factor in the fact that Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern left, which meant that a show that's all right could make a lot of ground in syndication. So in a lot of ways, that show really influenced me. In fact, their lawyer, Mike Novak, became my lawyer. There's a lot of similarities there. In fact, I still talk to Drew from time to time via email. And then there is the 6-month time that I was on that fucking show. Oh, no. That was rough. Oh, shit. April 1998 to November. How many months is that? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, a little longer than that. I think it was more like May. Oh, no. So bad. I learned a lot. It made me stronger, but it was rough. And then the shot and the objective truth that they're better than you. Well, all right, I guess that's a matter of opinion. You happen to think so. I can't really try to persuade you. It's not my job to do that. My job is simply to show up here, not give two shits, and then let the chips fall as they may. John says, if you're going to call me an asshole, I say that with love. I know you're sensitive and you get hurt a lot. At least mention my gaslighting podcast. I don't know what that is. There, you just did. Whatever. I have a feeling we'll be on each other's shows before long. All right, go listen to John's stupid podcast. James says, hey, your show is cool. I'm entertained. Keep it up. I appreciate that. Your mom is my cousin. Now I'm confused. My mom is your cousin. That would make you my cousin. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Boomer Bob says, Drew and Mike is too much lore for this noob to catch up. I'm a boomer, not enough time. Well, I can relate to that. Not enough time to listen to anything new, but I mean, seriously, you just listen. You figure it out. Sam writes, for everyone in West Michigan, don't miss your opportunity to come see the shittiest town around, Cedar Springs, for the shittiest festival around, Red Flannel Day. You know, I think that's a horrible thing to say. Sam the Jew is dropping that shit on one of, it's known as Cedar Tucky. That's okay. But I have a lot of amazing listeners and friends that are from that town, and that actually sounds horrible. You are an asshole. What the fuck? Oh, man, we got people wound up today. All right. Got an email I want to read to you. If I can get it in time. This might take me way too long. As always, email the show. Eric@ericzaneshow.com if you want to get a message to me. I know that's old school, but really the only way I can communicate with you. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Shoreliners Striping sponsors my email. Paul writes this. Now, a lot of this is self-indulgent because, frankly, I love compliments. When you work as hard as I do and you get correspondence of somebody telling you that you're doing a great job, you better believe it. I'm going to read that shit. You better believe that. And twofold, if you have someone that is saying something terrible about Greg Freebeer Daniels, then you are an absolute saint to me because I want to kick that guy's ass. Make no mistake. Eric, Paul writes, I told you a few months ago when I joined Patreon, your show is the future. I believe that. It's super tough to actually find a good podcast. I see you believing in yourself more and more, and that is coming through to make for quality content. Fuck yes. I like hearing you say how you are proud of you. I am. I'm a proud motherfucker. It's actually uplifting and makes me realize I should work hard too and should be proud of myself. And you should, no matter what you do. If you drive a truck, if you make a home, if you foster animals, if you work at a desk, you're very important. Otherwise, you would not be there. Keep your chin up. There. Very uplifting, he writes. Example, look at your free podcast. Every show is over 2 hours. And it seems effortless to us who listen that you make that happen. You know this show was not built without support from friends and family and some friends you might have not even known you had. You have never forsaken us, and that truth is always promptly, I don't know, I think he wants to say revealed when you give credit to us, which, I've made no bones about it. When I first sat in this room on January 6, 2019, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I had this little teeny tiny shitty laptop that barely recorded the audio. The room was not finished. People stepped up. The Zaniac wrecking crew built the room. I was like, well, I can't let these people down. I got to keep going. Now, there's been some bumps along the way. Truth be told, Tom from Gun Lake was one of the people that spearheaded this effort. We got in a huge fight. He told me to go fuck myself. I told him to go fuck himself. I then reached out to apologize to Tom. He told me to go fuck myself again. I said, all right, I'm going to go fuck myself. Whatever. Paul continues. And thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Now, with that said, fuck you, free beer, you asshole. I want to fucking punch you in the neck. That's my old radio show. In case I noticed we have a few new people on the live stream today. That's my old radio show. We did some great things together. Greg's an asshole. Of all the people on the show, they're all guilty by association. But Greg, I really want to fucking fight you. And I'm not even kidding. I would get my ass beat just to be able to be in the ring with you for the chance that I could break your nose. But I don't think I would lose because you're kind of a bitch. I've listened to you since the beginning. Now you have absolutely mailed it in and are merely collecting checks, and it shows. I was a friend. I helped you build that show, maybe in a small manner, by telling others about it, sharing the content, going to your live shows, supporting your sponsors. But now we have this. You see, we share audience. He listened or listens, I don't know, maybe he still does, to that show, and me. He says, and supporting the sponsors, but now we have this, your shitty show, which should be renamed the Free Beer and Hot Wings Go Around the Room to see who can be the most boring contest. I can't read. Not once, but 3 times a day. Garbage. This week, Free Beer, you said, quote, "Oh, that would be a good Joe stunt." No one knows what that means, you asshole, because you don't do those anymore. It probably would be a good Joe stunt. Excuse me. So do it, you fuck-face pussy. Friday flashback. Are you serious? This is as lazy as it gets and is a slap in the face to longtime listeners who helped you grow the show and shuns new listeners. You know why? Because it's dated. It's not relevant at all. It's old, completely irrelevant to today's times. Anyway, your public midlife crisis on the radio is sad and also gross. I have a 23-year-old daughter, and I am slightly younger than you. I feel for your children using your divorce as fodder for the show. It can't be unheard by anyone now or in the future. Nice show today, Zane. Love Dear Meathead as usual. Your dad is the best. What a treasure. Signed, Paul. Thank you. I appreciate that, Paul. And if you're a listener of that show, and as I'm trying to make you see the light about how awful it is, and you do happen to see the light, please let them know in the most descriptive way possible how you feel about it. CC me on the email. I would love to see that. Please. I urge you to do that. All right. Stevie loves the email. She said, I hope Greg reads it. I don't think he sent it to him. Maybe he did. No, he just sent it to me. Free Beer and Hot Wings, Aram writes, still so full of themselves that the audience are crazy and bitter and that he is still doing us a favor. Yeah, they're in that point where they're like, well, don't listen then. Fuck you. Oh, God. All right. Cole writes, Friday flashback is the best part of the week. Zane's on it. Thank you. You're very kind. All right. I'm going to save my diatribe about Alex Jones for the Patreon because I have to pee so bad I might throw up. I don't know if I'll throw up quite like Mike Pellerito when he ate the Pocky one-chip challenge the other day. We had this on the Patreon just the other day. This is Pellerito getting starting a coughing fit and going through this horrible gag reflex because he did the Pocky one-chip challenge. If you don't know, that is the hottest thing on the planet. I've done it once. It made me violently ill. I threw up for hours after. I was bad. I was in rough shape for about 24 hours. I do not recommend this.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're ready.
You got a 2 for a minute.
2.
A 2 for a minute.
9:49 p.m. All right, Kate, there you go.
It's going.
That's the look that I was expecting.
There you go.
Oh,
My-
oh, there it comes. There it is. There it is.
Oh, Mike.
Oh no,
The
Mike.
chip
No,
tastes
I-
like shit, man. It's fucking like
I think it's more. I made a mistake.
He just ate the Taki. Look
Oh
him.
no.
Here, he ate the one chip.
Sorry, Mike.
I'm so
Oh,
glad I'm
Mike.
recording this.
I'm so glad.
Oh, no.
It's on your computer.
Is he
There he
gonna throw
goes.
up?
Keep it down, Mike. Keep it down.
Gotta go at least 5 minutes.
Oh, you got a minute down. Minute down.
Oh my god.
The
Look at
gags.
his head's getting all red.
Gags always make me laugh. Fuck.
You guys just
Alright.
talk amongst yourself.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a trash can or something there if you should need
Make
it?
that chip your bitch.
Oh, poor Mike.
So that's great. Kenny and Adam, would you fucking idiots quit talking about fucking Slipknot albums? I'm trying to do a fucking show here, and you stupid pieces of shit are talking about which shitty album is the best shitty album. Shut the fuck up. Here's the 5-minute mark of Pellerito.
5 minutes. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
All right.
5 minutes, buddy.
you made it to 5.
Made it.
I just coughed and saliva just came up from my throat.
It wasn't saliva.
Oh,
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
Oh, God, that's
holy shit.
Oh,
I talked about this in Patreon. Did you hear that thing emerge from the breach?
Oh, God, that's
Oh, shit.
oh, poor Mike.
Oh,
poor
man.
Mike.
I'm
nose
doing
running?
fine. I'll be fine.
Mike,
Oh.
is your nose
Every once in a while, it feels like a little powder drops off the back of my throat.
Mike, you're at 10 minutes.
Nice.
Ah, very bad. All right, no more. No more. Okay. If you like to grow cannabis, the indoor season has begun. All the supplies you need to get this done right is through my sponsor, Horizon Hydroponics. They have an online platform where you can buy from anywhere in the U.S. HORIZEN, hydroponics.com. Please, if you grow with them. Don't buy one of those kits that's all in one. It's not one size fits all. Everything is different. You're going to need the expert advice from the folks at Horizon Hydroponics. When you go to their website, there's a phone number. If you're not sure about something, call the number. An actual person's going to pick it up. Hey, I'm thinking about buying this, and this. Tell me what you know. Okay, purchase. $250 and over, $250 and over. The shipping is free. And you use the coupon code ZaneShow at checkout to save 10%. As well, you can buy it online. Use the coupon code and pick up one of the 4 brick-and-mortar locations. On Alpine and Grand Rapids, Byron Center is the growers outlet. And then Kalamazoo and Lansing. Excuse me. Insurance when it comes to Medicare, buying on the marketplace, Obamacare, or any type of insurance. I have a licensed insurance agent / broker. Now, if you've just seen like a commercial for Allstate and you just called the number, you're fucked. Don't do that. Ever. This is what you need to do. Put Frank Fuss to work for you. Frank gets you the lowest rate you can possibly find for the best coverage. Okay? What you do is you go to buyinsurancehere.com, fill out the form, and you are good to go. Or you can call or text Frank yourself and talk to him or leave a message, 616-914-4070. That number again, 616-914-4070. Right now, Medicare enrollment is starting, so I got to get with Frank to talk about my brother-in-law, the NFK. He takes care of everything. This is something you have to do every year. than myself. November to the end of the year, that's the period that I enroll for Obamacare. I have to buy my own insurance because doing the podcast, self-employed, I don't have employer paid for insurance. I have to buy my own policy. Since I do that, the first couple of years I did that, I did it wrong because I did it on my own. I had a shitty policy. Last year was the first year that I dialed into FUS, and I got a great policy for not a lot of money. That's what Frank does for you. And you don't pay Frank. Frank doesn't charge you a dime. It's free. That's the best part of this. I should lead with that. What I'm about to tell you about is all free. So reach out to Frank. It's well worth your time. 616-914-4070. Even if you have workplace insurance, like, hey, it's re-enrollment time. You got to sit through a stupid meeting. Still bang on Frank's door because he can help you navigate that, okay? And sometimes you might need a small supplemental policy. That's a thing because sometimes your workplace insurance sucks dick, okay? And you're like, this policy sucks shit. You could spend a small amount of money with Frank and get a supplemental policy to fill in those gaps in coverage. You know, that's a thing. That's why they ask you, do you have any other insurance? And most people go, no, why would I have more insurance? I'm an asshole. Frank will sell you a supplemental policy, and then you hardly pay anything for that fucking thing. And then you're gold. My point is, Frank's in charge of everything. If you're in the sound of my voice, you need to contact this guy. And if you don't, he's not going to spend any fucking more money with me, and then I'm going to be pissed off. Okay? So don't fuck this shit up for me. Call Frank today. Finally, Big Dick Donnie Veltman invites you to engage him in one of his comedy venues, Full House Comedy. They're all over West Michigan. Tonight, you got Logan Gunselman at Rockford Lanes. She's probably going to be on the hunt for dick. So if you're good looking and young, you might be able to get some. Yes, her name is Logan. She's appearing tonight at Rockford Lanes. You're supporting Big Dick Donnie when you go to one of his Full House comedy venues. The next venue is tomorrow night. She's part of Sherman Bowling Center, Back Alley Comedy Club. Logan is the feature for Emma Willman from New York City, who is appearing live. That is tomorrow at Back Alley Comedy Club. Two shows both nights. Full details at fullhousecomedy.com. All right. I know there's a lot of sponsors. How the fuck do you expect me to eat? That's how we do a free podcast. By the way, yesterday, the Britney Spears supporters were the assholes of the day. And I'm now doubling down on that because of how stupid this whole thing is. You made such a big deal because the court said that Jamie could not be the conservator. You realize that on September 12th, he said he's stepping down from the conservatorship. Did you fucking forget that? He already said, I'm out. I'm cashing in my chips. I've had it. Let somebody else deal with this bullshit. If she wants to ruin her life, fine. And then so they said, all right, yeah, you're not the, and he's like, yeah, I know. I already said, and everybody acted like it was some big victory, like he's some evil man trying to control her. All you people, I mean, do you think that a judge would have let him be the conservator since 2008 if there was some evil hijinks going on? Are you crazy? It's a dad trying to take care of his sick daughter who had two 5150s on her in 2008. You assholes. Unbelievable. And then Brian, Bleeding Heart Brian, who's the piece of shit who started the whole thing, he's like, I love the dynamic of the whole audience and all the other podcasts like Man Brain and Boomer Twat, whoever the fuck he is, and Jamingo John and Jumpin' Jack Off. Think you're a dumb shit for supporting Jamie Spears. I'm like, bring it on. You're a fucking mob is what you are. You're an absolute piece of shit mob. Oh. All right. God, I'm fired up. Who's the asshole of the day today? It's brought to you by TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com, and JM Synthetics. I don't know. I have no idea. You guys have any suggestions? Let's see what you got. All day podcasts. No, I don't really have anything. I don't know. When in doubt, make it free beer. That's what we'll do. I know it ain't me. Sam the Jew says, yeah, right. No parent ever ripped off their famous kid. Okay, dude, you asshole. Are you just, you're just throwing shit out randomly. What? Give me some evidence, Sam. God. Now I know why the Nazis hated your people. I can't even get behind that joke. It's fucking horrible. Thank you. Thank you. Melissa says, wrong, Sam. Thank you. Stevie says that's a different Sam. No, that's Sam the Jew. It's Sam M. That's not the same Sam? Wait a minute, it says Sam M. Is that not Sam the Jew? Holy fuck. Well, who is Sam M then? It's not Sam the Jew. Oh, all right, well, I take it back then. Sorry, Sam. Sorry, Sam the Jew, for indicting you. Jesus Christ. Change your name. It's not Sam M. What the fuck? How many Sam M's are there in the world? Motherfucker. How come everybody knows that but me? Would you know what? Would you fucking idiots, if this shit happens and I don't see it, would you please fucking send me an email? Here I am making anti-Semitic jokes and it fucking all that shit happens. And it's not even directed at the right guy. Shut up, Stevie. All right, hang on. All right, that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for being part of this one. I'll talk to you on Patreon, and I'll be back Monday with another show. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye. I'm confused as hell. Is it or is it not Sam the Jew? What the fuck is going on here?